What's up everybody, this is your boy Kendrick talking, and today we're going to take a look at the Sylvanas rework that you can currently find on the PTR servers of Heroes of the Storm. The Banshee Queen has undergone some major changes. She has received a new heroic ability called Mind Control, and a lot of her talents have been changed or moved to a different tier. So let's actually start by taking a look at Sylvanas' level 1 talents. We now have a talent called Mercenary Queen, which will make friendly non-boss mercenaries near Sylvanas stronger. It causes them to deal 50% more damage. Now this might be particularly interesting on maps where early mercenary camps can be a decisive factor, for example Sky Temple. Paralysis was changed a little bit. The bonus duration of black arrows has been reduced to 75%, coming from 100%. Overflowing Quiver causes Sylvanas to get a free shot of Withering Fire. This can however not be used against heroes and has a very short cooldown, but this is still pretty useful when it comes to clearing minion waves even quicker. At level 4, the Lost Soul talent has been changed significantly. Instead of just giving it a flat cooldown reduction of 2 seconds, it is now reduced by 1.25 seconds each time it spreads to an enemy hero, so aiming it carefully and using it in teamfights is of the essence. However, Withering Barrage is now a new talent at level 4. It increases Withering Fire's charges by 1, and it also causes Withering Fire's charges to be fired 33% faster. Let's actually take a look at how that comes into effect while fighting. Now I hope your bodies are ready for a really cool change. Yes, you saw it right. Possession can now be found at level 7 instead of being an admittedly very useless heroic ability. Now what it does, it forces an enemy minion to fight for you, and it has 3 charges available. Now as you can see, Possession has become an activatable ability above the basic ability kit, and Sylvanas is going to charm some of these minions. Now keep in mind that when you take Possession over an enemy wizard minion, it is still going to spawn the regeneration globe, which is very important to keep notice of. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you a new heroic ability called Mind Control. After a 1-second cast, Sylvanas takes control of an enemy hero's movement and also prevents them from doing anything else, which basically means they can't cast abilities, they can't use any activatable talents, nothing. They just have to watch you do naughty things to them. The channel lasts 2.5 seconds. During that period of time, however, Sylvanas will be rooted in place. Let's actually see how useful that heroic ability is in battle. Now Sylvanas is approaching the enemy Arthas, and after a short channel time, she's going to take control over his body. This heroic ability is so useful when it comes to manipulating the enemy hero's movement and also creating nice opportunities for the rest of your team and Sylvanas to collapse on them. At level 13, not much has changed. We still have Spell Shield, Will of the Forsaken, Windrunner, and Life Drain available. The only real change comes to the Windrunner talent, which will now give you a full recharge on Withering Fire. Also, the duration in which you can cast another Haunting Wave for free has been raised from 2 seconds to 5 seconds. At level 16, we have a pretty strong basic attack related talent called Remorseless, which will now cause your abilities to increase the next basic attack's damage by 40% for 3 seconds. Overwhelming Affliction has also been buffed slightly. The movement speed reduction now goes from 5% per stack to 6% per stack. Cold Embrace, on the other hand, has received a slight nerf. Instead of making every target vulnerable that was hit by the dagger, it now only causes the initial target to become vulnerable. This change will actually make the other 16 talents a lot more competitive and viable. We're now going to take a look at Remorseless and how the empowered basic attacks will actually feel on the battlefield. At level 20, not much has changed, except of course for the Dark Lady's Call, which is the Storm tier talent which will improve Mind Control, and boy is it fun. Dark Lady's Call will actually increase the movement speed of the afflicted target by 100%, which makes it super easy to maneuver the enemy hero where you really want them to be. Let's actually go out there and use the poor Arthas as our doll once more. Alright everybody, that's it for today. I hope you like these Sylvanas changes as much as I do. I really think the hero has gone up in overall power level significantly. Her playstyle feels a lot more entertaining, mainly of course because of the new heroic ability called Mind Control and the Dark Lady's Call. Thank you very much for watching everybody, and stay tuned for more PTR updates on various heroes and other new features that Blizzard is going to implement in the upcoming massive patch. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to drop a like or even a subscription if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, don't forget that I'll be streaming a lot over the next 2 weeks, including the PTR server, of course, so if you want to catch us live here on Twitch, then please feel free to join twitch.tv/KendrickSwish. I would be very happy to welcome you there as well.
Save your teardrops, glue it back together.